I do not want Mikel Arteta as my next manager. We'll take Enrique over him.
Right, that's what.
We'll take Xavi Alonso over him. I'll take Arne Slot because he knows how to win the league as well. Right. I'll probably take Conte. I'd probably bring Mourinho out of retirement for that. Yeah. I'd bring Vincent Kompany out there. I'd give Frank Lampard a go. And then, I'll tell you what, then I'll bring Arteta in.
Arsenal will win a trophy this season.
Yeah? We should rephrase that. Arsenal should win a trophy this season. You've needed a striker.
Yeah.
Like, Arsenal have been close every year, they have.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's second place every single time. Now you've got a striker that you did have a striker when you bought Jesus from us because he was supposed to be the striker, but we did all try and tell you, Jesus is not the one. Maybe.
Now that for the first 6 months,
he just can't stay fit. Like, it's just annoying for him because he goes on a good run, gets injured, and it just round around back. Arsenal should win a trophy this season.
Here's a hot take for you. The Carabao Cup for Arsenal, it's 6 games mid-season.
Yeah.
How much is that? And I know people will hate me.
Trophies are trophies, mate.
But this is my point.
You're starving.
But here's the point. Would a Carabao Cup keep Saliba or Saka or Rice, etc. at the club?
But winning's winning, mate.
When
you win trophies in your career,
answer the question.
But
would a Carabao Cup keep Saka, Saliba, etc. at the club?
So would you say you would rather go for the Premier League, lose it on the last game of the season, but forfeit the Carabao Cup because it's not big enough for you? You're talking about a club that is starving for trophies.
I'd rather aim for the biggest trophies.
No, completely. The Champions League, of
rather
course.
Than play it safe.
The Premier League,
strong, whatever.
But
we've got priorities.
Trophies are trophies, mate. That's the first trophy of the season. If you win the Carabao Cup, we've done it 8 times, by the way, and the reason I'm saying this is because you win the Carabao Cup, it sets you up for the second half of the season. I know you've got the extra games, but the Champions League format means you've got games every week anyway.
My point is you have to prioritise, and I think we seriously...
Your priority should be winning a trophy, mate.
But you haven't answered my question. Would it change anyone's perception?
But I don't know. I don't know these players on a... What are we talking about? Your question was, would it keep players at the club?
Yeah. Would it keep Arteta in the job? Saka,
I tell you what, a trophyless season will take players away from your club. Winning a trophy might give a bit more of a percentage of these players staying. Mate, respect the Carabao Cup. Try and win a trophy. Win one trophy, move on to the next one. You should be trying to win everything.
I think that's
the second place mentality, though.
That's an idealist's perspective.
It's really not. We've won.
Arsenal's perspective,
we're the first team to win hold 5 trophies in a calendar year, mate. We've won all the domestic trophies in one season.
And if you just won Carabao Cups, what would everyone be saying?
Mate, from where I'm from, delighted with the Carabao Cup, mate. I would have taken the League Cup back in the day. I was celebrating the Thomas Cook trophy, mate.
The greatest coach of all time. You'd be happy with Carabao Cups.
Mate, listen, a trophy's a trophy, mate.
Man City are now a bigger club than Arsenal.
Bigger in what form, though?
Exactly, your question there. Just go that...
I mean,
we've won more trophies since the Premier League started. The Premier League isn't when football started.
Okay, when football started, how many trophies are we behind you then?
When football started, in the 1830s.
Yeah, because you're coming with when football... All right,
We've got the 3rd most trophies in English football. So there you go. So we're ahead of you there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Your highest points total is 90 points. We've done that 4 times in the last 8 years.
Yeah, but
we are the only English club. We are the only English club to hold 5 trophies in one calendar year. All trophies in our domestic league. We're the only team in England to do that. Yeah. We're the only English club to win 4 Premier Leagues in a row. Yeah. Okay. We are genuinely history. We have made history. So you're talking about you're a massive club. Is that based on the gold Premier League trophy you've got with 12 draws?
It's part of it, yeah.
Right. So so what is? It depends on your definition of big.
Yeah, if you want to have, you're going to play. If you want to play definitions, you're just going to focus. You're just going to focus on trophies.
Football's about winning.
You're just going to focus on trophies.
Football's about winning.
Firstly, we've won more trophies than you.
Congratulations,
so there we go.
But not by much, mate.
We've got unique achievements.
Not by much. We've got more Carabao Cups, pal. We've got 8 Carabao Cups. You've got 14 FA Cups. Congratulations.
You've got unique achievements.
You haven't won the Premier League in over. Is it 2 decades?
We're talking about who's the bigger club in general. It's not about.
I mean, what is the? I don't.
The question wasn't
who
won the Premier League last.
About being the biggest club in the world. No one likes us anyway.
Right, so you're admitting that you're not that big a club.
No, but what's your definition of big club?
Okay, well let me define it.
In terms of trophies and dominance,
let's define it.
Manchester City are bigger.
Not in terms of.
In terms of dominance in recent times. In terms of dominance in recent times, Manchester City are bigger. Yeah.
I'm saying overall, in terms of influence in English football, if you look at the...
Well, I disagree with that because we're watching teams in League Two play out from the back because of Pep Guardiola and the way he changed the
Pep is a
game.
name.
The way that you now play is based on Pep Guardiola's school of teaching when he came to England. So let's not talk about influence because, mate, I'm going to Sunday League and the keeper, who's the same weight as me, mate, is trying to play the ball out from the back.
The fact you have floodlights, the fact you have shirt numbers on the back of your shirt,
right?
The fact you have
okay, so you're builders now,
the fact
right?
You're
pioneers.
On the back of the pitch is down to
so that makes you a massive
history.
Thank you very much.
The fact that nutrition is where it is because of Arsene Wenger. All these sorts of things. We're talking about influence overall. Arsenal have a massive say in that.
The definition of being a big club is your silverware. What you did in the past was fantastic. Thank you so much for the floodlights, by the way.
You're welcome.
Maybe this room's lit up because of Arsenal as well. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You haven't won the league in 20 years, mate.
We're aware of that.
When was the last time you won the league? 2004?
Yeah.
21 years.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so hang on a minute, right?
Okay.
Your highest points trophy has been the pioneers of English football.
Trophy. It's a trophy now.
Well, it might as well be a trophy for you. Your highest points total was 90 points.
Yeah.
You've done that 4 times in the last 8 years. You've never had 100 points before. You've never won a European trophy. You've never won the Champions League.
The Cup Winners' Cup in
Congratulations, in 94. I wasn't even born, mate. Right, listen. You haven't won the Champions League. You haven't won the modern-day European Cup.
Yeah.
But Arsenal being the biggest club in the world, in your head, if that makes you feel all right and sleep at night, you are bigger than us. No problem.
Mikel Arteta would be a good replacement for Pep.
The only reason he's not as strongly disagree is because he knows Manchester City Football Club and he knows his way around the training pitch. I do not want Mikel Arteta as my next manager. The reason why is because we're used to winning. We win trophies. We won 4 Premier League trophies in a row. We've hit over 90 points, which you've done once in your history, by the way. 4 times in the last 8 years. We've been formidables. We've 100 points under Pep. Arteta can't do that. He's proven it. He can't do it.
I'd understand you saying...
No, don't want him.
Maybe you want other people over him.
Yeah.
Where is he on your list? Like, if you had to place him, top 5, top 10, top 20?
I put him probably top 10.
Right. So you should be on a group.
No, because listen, mate.
So someone in the top 10 wouldn't be a decent.
10. You think I want my 9th choice manager?
So he's 9th.
I'd say he's like
Name
9th, 10th.
8 other managers you want.
Right,
over
I'll tell you
Arteta.
what. We'll take Enrique over him.
Right, that's one.
We'll take Xavi Alonso over him.
Xabi. Yep.
Xabi Alonso. We'll get Pep Linders to speak to Jurgen Klopp. Get him in instead of him.
Okay. Never managed at the top level, but
it's our number 2. He's won more Premier Leagues than Arteta, by the way, as a number 2. Just to let you know, right? I'll take Arne Slot because he knows how to win the league as well. Right. I'll probably take Conte. I'd probably bring Mourinho out of retirement for that. Yeah. I'd bring Vincent Kompany out there. I'd give Frank Lampard a go. And then, I'll tell you what, then I'll bring Arteta in. Simple.
Perfect, yeah, sure.
Look, until he wins a league title,
Lampard.
Then... Super Frank, mate, he's a Man City legend. We'll bring him in.
He's a winner.
He's a winner. He knows what it's like to win the league, mate.
You would have him, by the way, below Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
You'd have him as your manager in your top 10. You know, your eyes.
It's the Frank Lampard
disagree.
Listen,
Can
mate.
we at least put you in agree?
No.
Can we at least put you in agree?
No, because
he'd be good. Not the first choice.
But your definition, my friend, of good is different.
Yeah.
Is as long as he tries to win the league. We want to win the league, mate. Your definition of good is different. For me, I do not want Mikel Arteta to be in the home dugout at the Etihad Stadium ever.
Okay. I can't wait for the day he is, and then I dig out this clip.
Yeah, I mean, I'll shake his hand, I'll play paddle with him.
Yeah, you're right, mate, you're right.
I just can't. To be honest, though, we're in a position where we're probably looking at when Pep Guardiola leaves, everything changes anyway.
So who would you say Pep leaves next summer? Who would you want?
I can't think of that. I don't want football.
You don't want football?
I don't play football. I don't watch football anymore, mate. I'll move to golf. When Pep leaves, I'll move to golf.
The Etihad has a better atmosphere than the Emirates.
Oh, the Etihad with your 17 fans.
I'll tell you what's not empty.
Yeah. The trophy cabinet.
The trophy cabinet. And I'll tell you the atmosphere against Real Madrid when we played them at home.
Yeah.
The season we won the treble was one of the best atmospheres.
Well, you probably gave all the tourists some.
The atmosphere when Emmanuel Adebayor
yeah.
ran the length of the field and slid in front of your fans was incredible as well.
How do you sleep at night knowing you've done this?
Because listen, mate, I would pick going to the Etihad every single week and singing a song about a place we're not even from. You sing about North London, where was Arsenal formed?
I think we.
Sorry, mate. Are
You
we avoiding
beat us 3 times between. I think I looked up this morning. 1975 and 2011. You beat us 3 times. I wasn't. Well, I was born in '97.
We've just beat we beat Man City trophy. There you go. Congratulations.
Wore a trophy.
Right, quick one.
Yeah, go on.
Where was Arsenal formed?
Woolwich.
Is that North London?
It's not.
Thank you. North London forever. Cheers.
We did move in like the 20s or something. We also, Herbert Chapman, sort of responsible for massive parts of football. Arsene Wenger popularising football around the world, bringing nutrition.
Mate, listen, let me tell you one thing, right?
Let me responsible for floodlights. Herbert Chapman responsible for shirt numbers.
Yeah, and you were responsible for singing North London forever, and you were formed in Woolwich. Don't forget where you came from, pal. Don't forget where you came from.
Saliba has a higher ceiling than any City player.
Any City player.
Any City player. We've just signed Ryan Chirk. He's just turned 22. His ceiling's
I can't say every City defender. Yeah, definitely.
He's got a higher ceiling than every defender.
The problem is
it's hard to say.
How
it's
can
hard
you
to say
he's got a
because
higher ceiling than Haaland? Ultimately,
has he peaked?
Goals win games. So
has he peaked, Saliba?
Saliba.
Is he at his peak yet? Saliba's a terrific defender, but I've got a hot take for you.
Go on.
I think Gabriel's better.
I think a lot of people feel that now.
I think Gabriel is a better defender than Saliba.
Do you know
if the conversation, I mean, I think you should be putting that further down there, to be honest. It's any City player.
It's close.
But you're saying that your second best defender has got a higher ceiling than any of our defenders.
I wouldn't call him second best. I'd say he's just got different qualities.
I think Gabriel's better than him.
Okay.
I think if the question was Gabriel, maybe you could...
I think what's happened though is it's like in football discourse where it's like everyone calls someone underrated for ages and then they become overrated. And I'm not saying Gabriel's overrated at all. I'm just saying I think people have maybe overestimated how much better Gabriel is. I think they're about neck and neck.
Saliba's a fantastic defender, but I mean, higher ceiling...
Saliba will be the best player in his position in the world. But ultimately...
Is that when Van Dijk retires?
I'm not answering that.
Well,
I've got a hot take on that. When a centre back,
I want to hear the hot take.
I think this season Saliba will overtake him in people's minds. I think this season we'll see that change.
You're lying. You think? Okay, fine, no worries.
I think in people's minds, I'm happy to say it.
I think John Stones is probably the best centre half. One of the best centre half we've seen ever. He's unbelievable. If he stays fit this season, John Stones. If John Stones stays fit this season,
best centre backs ever.
One of the best football centre halves ever.
Maldini.
Mate, John Stones
Cannavaro,
is
John
the
Stones.
Rolls Royce. No, I never said John Stones was 3, did I? I think he's the most underrated centre half ever. He's our best centre back.
You've changed that now. So
he's our best centre
back. You've gone from one of the best centre halves ever to one
when
of the most
I watched what he did in that
ever.
treble season, if we can keep him fit this season, that's been a problem for us. John Stones is fit for 18, 19 games in the league. We'll walk the league.
Okay. I think Saliba will be the best in his position in the world.
But the question,
very quickly.
was, has he got a higher ceiling than any Man City player?
Yeah.
Just put it there, mate.
But the
Alex,
problem is goals. No. Actually, I'll do that. The goals win games. So in terms of ceilings, you're never going to be able to argue that a centre back has more impact on a game than a centre forward.
Oh, delivery.
Lovely.
Domino's Pizza.
Do you want that one?
Love to see. We've got some.
My boy. Pleasure debating.
Pleasure indeed.
Pleasure.
The game at the Emirates is massive. It's early in the season, but it feels like a big game.
Yeah.
Based on where both clubs are at or have been at in recent years. I think we've got a bit more bite to us this year. I think we've got a bite like that. I think we've got a bit more. You played us at a very vulnerable time last year. And to be honest, it probably could have been 8 or 9 that day, to be honest, but I think it's completely different. I'm backing us.